these are just some earrings, and I want to show you the best way to put a post back embedded in an earring. Now this is when it is in raw clay. These, I put liquid clay on. I put the post back on the earring where I wanted it. And then I see a hair. Then I held down the back right here on the very corner at the bottom here, very lightly, and put my backing over top and punched it through the hole through with the ear stud. Now that's in raw clay, and this is what it looks like baked. This is the part of the video in my long video on everything metal that cut out, was putting this in and the jump rings in and making your holes for the jump rings. So I said I'd show you what you missed, but that's what it's like when it's baked. Now another way of doing this is a little bit easier, I find. Same result, same end result. You still have an earring post embedded in your clay, but you take your post and you set it down flat side down on your work surface. And you know that you're going to put your backing and your post in the upper part of your earring. So I just take it and I punch my earring post, the long part, through my backing where I want it. So that's where I want it on that earring. Now here's the earring I'm going to put it on. I'm going to brush a little bit of liquid clay on there. More for security reasons than anything else. I'm going to take, I'm trying to do this where you can see it, the bottom of my earring, the backing, and hold it down at the bottom, and then gently press it up to where it fits over the back of the earring. And my post is embedded in between the two layers. Then I take my fingers and I just smooth it out. And that's how you embed your post in the back of your earring. It's that simple. Now if you have a lot of detail on the front, whether it be from a texture stamp, a rubber stamp, a lot of mica powders or something, bake your front first and then come back and add your clay at the end. Okay, now let's move to doing it with UV resin. This is my raw clay, and I didn't put a texture on the back because I wanted you to be able to see where this went. I put that in there, and I put it down on my work surface, and I pressed it down in there to make enough of an indentation that you could see. And after it's baked, that way you just put your liquid clay on first. Which way did I do that? I think I want that side. Decide which side you want up and down. A little bit of liquid clay, just so it'll hold. Then I'm going to put my backing clay on. Hold one in and press it down. Run your fingers around the sides of it to get it smooth. If you need to trim any off, now's the time to do it. Okay, so here's my front and here's my back. I'm going to take my earring post. I'm going to set it down right here, and because of my thumbnails, I can go in and push it down. And I just want a little indentation there, enough to where the top part of the flat of the post is flat with your clay surface. And you take your post out, your stud out, and you bake it like this. Well, these have already got magic gloss on them. Able to see, well, maybe you can. The indentation is right here. You can see this part of the circle. And it's right there on that one. That one's a little bit easier to see. I'm going to take my magic gloss and I'm going to add a drop right there in the center of where my indentation is. And we'll put my post in there. And then we'll take a little bit more magic gloss and put around the edge, because I want all of this in the UV resin. And this post is not in the center. It's up on the upper third part of the earring. And it helps if you put a little drop, and I mean a little drop of super glue, underneath the post before you put it down so it can be anchored on there. But my super glue had dried up and I didn't have the opportunity to do that. But that's okay, the UV resin is going to hold it down. And just move it around to where everything's covered. And this should only take a second. We'll put it back in the light. And I'm using the back of a silicone mold, because all of my silicone mats were full of clay projects somewhere. But you can take your silicone mold and use it to resin on, or you can actually get like a honeycomb silicone mat that you can resin on. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this. And it's quick and it's easy. And I have a longer version of adding metal, no matter what it is. If it's a earring stud, a bail on a necklace, jump rings, eye pins, eye screws, anything metal going into clay to hook to make jewelry. I have it in another video that's coming out Sunday, and I hope you get to watch it too. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments or contact me. Thanks so much for watching. Blessings.